This is me again, and I'm playing video games. Got an interesting comment about the Israeli Hamas Palestine situation that just happened. They got their ceasefire. Somebody actually asked my opinion about it. I was actually kind of surprised anybody would even ask my opinion. I said, all right, I'll give you my opinion on it. So I told them I'd make this video for them. And I got to be very, very careful and I got to say it in such a way that it's not hate speech. Because I've been getting a lot of flack lately from YouTube. Apparently, they've been on a warpath for the last couple of years about me, claiming that a lot of my videos are hate speech. I mean, who am I hating, dude? Okay. So I got to be careful what I say because they're trying. They want to shut down my YouTube channel. Apparently, that's what is going on, and. So we're going to soon find out about that too. And that's basically what's going on. Anyway, my opinion. Well, it's a matter of opinion about this situation, about what's going on. Is first of all, these guys, these people decided they're going to pick a fight with Israel. Okay, well, usually it's not a good idea. Right? It's usually not a good idea to pick a fight with Israel. Since the creation of the country back in 1948, Israel stomped the living shit out of everybody that's picked a fight with them. Even when they were surrounded, they managed to stomp the living crap out of everybody. Some people claim the Arabs did not have good soldiers, or they were not well trained, the Israelis, and this and that. I've heard all sorts of explanations about it. So, my opinion about it is, well, Palestine has been picking fights, scraps with Israel since forever. You got the PLO, you got Yasser Arafat, you got that clown who got a Nobel Prize for peace, and then no more than a year or so later they were firing more rockets into Israel. So I guess we award terrorism with stupidity. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I mean, I've lived in Egypt for 12 months because of, I was stationed there, and the American military is stationed. We have a base there in North Camp and South Camp in the Sinai, and we watch the borders. I've been to Israel 7 different times, and, they're nice people. I never had a problem with the Israelis. But apparently places like Jordan and the Palestinians and Iran and Iraq and, everybody wants to pick a fight with them because they don't like Jews. They don't like the Jewish state. The Russians don't even like the Jewish state. Okay? This is not hate speech, so shut up, YouTube. This is not hate speech. This is actually what's going on right now in the world. So, get out of your damn safe spaces. So, what happens? Everybody wants to pick a fight with them. Everybody wants to drive them into the sea. Everybody wants to wipe them out. Every country, it seems like, they just don't like Israel. There's even a lot of anti-Jewish and Israeli sentiment here in the United States. That's why you got all these white supremacist gangs that's running around. Or he keeps saying, destroy the Jews, and they're doing a little goose step bullshit, and yet those guys don't understand. Then when they yell out about the God-fearing country, let me tell you something, I'm here in Tennessee, and it's not hate speech, because that's how they sound, because I've been there. And they say, this is a God-fearing country, and we don't like the opposite colors, we don't like the opposite religions, we are Christians. And yet, these uneducated morons don't understand when they say they're Christians and God-fearing. Well, first of all, Jesus was the Son of God. Number two, the Christian faith is based off of the teaching of Jesus Christ, who was a Jew and a rabbi. So talk about contradiction, okay? So anyway, God, just, these people makes my head hurt. So anyway, so Israel, of course, Israel's going to stomp the living shit out of anybody that attacks them. You know, unlike other countries like, you know, the United States used to be pretty friggin' gung-ho about, you killed how many Americans? Oh, hell no. We're going to go do something about it. We're going to go and kick somebody's ass. Right? Well, we don't do that anymore. We haven't done that since forever. You know, somebody who says, what about 9/11? Well, yeah, but we're talking about the mentality of just putting the screws to these people as much as possible. So, you know, when we dropped the Moab in Afghanistan, you know, that was pretty hooah. But you know where I'm coming from, right? I mean, if we had the mentality of, you know, of just wiping out everybody, then we would have done it. And the Israelis, look at them. Look at them, excuse me. Ooh. They were stomping the living shit out of Hamas. They were stomping the shit out of that whole place. Just beating their ass. More rockets you fire, more tanks we roll. More airstrikes we do. See, and that's what these people fail to understand. These people, you kill so much as one Israeli citizen, you got a very good chance of getting rocket attacks on you, right? A real good chance. But nobody listens. You know? And that's my opinion. Is let them stomp the shit out of everybody. Let them. That's what I would do. Don't interfere, Russia. Oh, well, you know, yeah, keep giving them rusty old AK-47s. Yeah, they're really going to do a lot with that. Yeah, no problem, bro. We got you covered. You know, it's just, oh, man. It just doesn't make any sense. It's, the whole thing is just. Now, what we ought to do is the UN ought to stop interfering. Because we all know for a fact that they're going to attack again. They will launch more rockets into Israel. There will be more casualties and more women and children. Oh my God, they killed women and children. It's going to happen. Because you have to blame the appropriate people for starting the mess to begin with. So what we ought to do, the entire world ought to get together, bring in corps of engineers, set up temporary camps, bulldoze the entire Gaza Strip down. Bulldoze it. Put up new roads, put up new buildings, put in power plants, put in apartment buildings, put in schools, hospitals, not only for the Palestinians, but for everybody who lives there. Would that be a better way of doing it than, well, we're living in squalor, but we got enough money to buy rockets and we're going to fire it at you? Talk about counterproductive. So, that's my honest opinion, folks, is let them do their thing until one or the other is on their knees, screaming for a ceasefire. Nobody should interfere. My opinion is rebuild the entire country. Rebuild the entire country. Maybe you'll get everlasting peace. I don't know. And stop with the anti-Israeli and Jewish stance. It's getting really old, you know. It's getting really old. So this is Jeff the Pharaoh giving his opinion on the 2021 Israeli Gaza Strip conflict.